I would like to see Canada be a great country again, but I don't know if it'll happen because they don't have a Trump. Welcome back to the show. Hit that subscribe button. Let's get to it. First topic, Chicago Mayor Brandon Johnson is claiming that his people will rise up against tyranny if Trump brings in the National Guard. Roll the clip.
And so, look, we're going to remain firm. We'll take legal action. But the people in this city are accustomed to rising up against tyranny. And if that's necessary, I believe that the people of Chicago will stand firm alongside of me as I work every single day to protect the people of this city.
So translation, he's going to be calling for riots in the name of standing up against tyranny if Trump brings in the National Guard to finally make Chicago safe. All this guy has ever done is make it about race. He's by far the most racist person in politics, which is saying something, right? In the past, he's just always bragged about how many black people he hires into his office and how Trump's afraid of the intellectual prowess of black men. It's crazy how racist the guy actually is, and he's just allowed to still be the mayor of Chicago, right? But yeah, does this guy care about what the people of a city actually want, whether they're white, black, Asian, Hispanics? I guarantee you there's a ton of black people in Chicago who want Trump to come in and bring the National Guard and actually clean up the city and make it safe again. But this guy, he's never going to do that. He's never going to allow it because he's made everything about being against Donald Trump. Whatever Trump does, he's going to do the opposite. He's going to fight against it. He's going to try to make it so, we're fighting against the tyranny of Donald Trump, which is just complete insane lunacy. And that's all the Democrats have, and that's all you're seeing, and that's pretty much the only tactic you see from the Democrats now. But all right, let's get to the next topic here. So Canada has officially bent the knee to Trump and the United States when it comes to their retaliatory tariffs. Roll the clip.
So let's be absolutely clear. Canada currently has the best trade deal with the United States. And while it's different from what we had before, it is still better than that of any other country. So as we work to address outstanding trade issues with the United States, it's important, it's vital. We do everything we can to preserve this unique advantage for Canadian workers, Canadian businesses. And doing so will require both building on a soon-to-be revised CUSMA, our free trade agreement with the U.S. and Mexico, as well as developing a new form of trade and security partnership with the United States. In this context, and consistent with Canada's commitment to CUSMA, I'm announcing today that the Canadian government will now match the United States by removing all of Canada's tariffs on U.S. goods specifically covered under CUSMA.
It's just hilarious how the Prime Minister of Canada voted in to take on Trump. The guy who was going to be hard on Trump basically bends the knee over everything. He stood tough for maybe a month or two with the retaliatory tariffs, and he was going to take on Trump, and he's, really sticking it to the man. And then all of a sudden, he realized, oh, wow, this is basically, ruining our country, and our country's not going to survive another, year if we don't do something about it and make a trade deal with Trump. So yeah, all the Canadians, the elbows up Canadians, Mark Carney's the guy, and nobody was the guy to take on Trump. Just so they know, there was nobody who was going to be able to take on Trump and stand up to Trump. Not that Polyev guy, and nobody, right? So anything you really did was going to end this way because it's just how it is. Canada doesn't have the cards to do this type of thing and play around with the U.S. when it comes to tariffs. No, you basically do what Trump tells you and then you be happy with it. Or else you join the U.S. as the 51st state, Because see, the thing is, I feel sorry for Canada because they don't have that Trump figure that's really going to go in there and make Canada great again, right? Now, if they become the 51st state, then they get a Trump, and then Canada can become great again, but they're a part of the United States, and I don't know if many Canadians want that. I mean, I think a lot of them do, but, there's the vocal majority are claiming, no, we want Mark Carney to stand up against Trump. And then this is what you get, right? This is what you get. A guy who bends the knee basically at every turn. But That's Canada, and this is the guy, elbows up, right? He was supposed to take on Trump, and we'll see what happens. I mean, I'm rooting for Canada. Obviously, I'm not rooting for them to, do anything against the U.S., but I would like to see Canada be a great country again. But I don't know if it'll happen because they don't have a Trump. But all right, let's get to the next topic here. Trump had a hilarious joke about playing in the World Cup coming up. Roll the clip.
It's going to be a big event at the Kennedy Center. Do you intend to take part in it? Will you have a part to play in on December 5th?
I might play.
Hosting,
I mean, I see the money that these soccer players, we call it soccer, but I see the money that these soccer players are making. I may try and play. I'm a very good athlete. My son is a very good athlete, and he's a good soccer player. He's on the tall side for soccer. Yeah. He's 6'9". That's pretty tall, but
that's pretty tall.
It's on the tall side.
He's good.
It's on the tall side, but he's good. But no, I may put on shorts. I look extremely good in shorts and join the play. No, it's going to be a lot of fun. It's going to be great.
Many foreigners.
It's hilarious how the guy will put himself over anytime he possibly can because he knows it's going to trigger the libs. Now, the thing I really like about that clip is he didn't pander to the rest of the world. He said soccer. He claimed in America, we say soccer. You see, Obama or Biden, they would have pandered to the rest of the world by saying, oh yeah, football. We just love football here, But now Trump's an America first guy in every little thing, right? Every little nuance is always America first, whether it comes to using the term soccer or just being every policy is basically America first, right? And I like that. I like a guy who says, oh no, I use all American terms. You're not going to catch me pandering by, trying to look good to Europe by saying football and all that crap. No, the guy says American terms every single time, and he lets you know what the American terms are as well, right? And that's what it looks like to be America first, folks. And it's just a great thing to finally have a president who knows that, I'm putting America over whenever I can. And every policy going forward is basically going to take care of America first before it takes care of the rest of the world. But all right, let's get to the next topic here. Southwest Airlines has finally announced that they will be forcing obese, encroaching passengers to buy a second ticket rather than just giving them a courtesy second seat. And it's about damn time. I don't know how we ever got to the point where we were just catering to morbidly obese people and the fact that they've just completely let themselves go, no, you don't get a free seat just because you're, 400 pounds. You got to pay for the extra seat, and you're not going to ruin somebody's flight by just spilling over into their seat either. We're not standing for that anymore. It just goes to show that everything Trump's doing by killing DEI and woke is having a huge effect. We keep seeing just example after example of companies turning around their stupid policies like this one of, oh, we're just going to give obese people whatever they want and, pretend like, oh yeah, that, no, your body's great, right? See, Trump completely is eliminating the whole fake body positivity narrative of, oh no, yeah, you're obese, you're beautiful, and you're healthy. They tried to pull that type of thing that obese people are healthy. I don't know where that came about, who started that, or, who even let somebody start that. But yeah, that is just complete nonsense. And this is a great sign that all that stuff's going away. We're not just bowing down to people who claim it's not designed for me anymore. The world is not designed for people like me. Yeah, no shit, because we don't promote people like you. If you're 400 pounds, you better do something about that, and you need to conform to the world because the world is never going to conform to you. All right? And that's just how it needs to be, and we should be thanking Trump for finally putting an end to all the wokeness, all the DEI, which is turning all these companies around to just say, yeah, okay, we're going back to common sense. We're not going to cater to people that are just the most loud, basically people who just want to ruin society by saying this fake stuff like, oh, the world doesn't cater to my body type. Yeah, of course it doesn't, and it never will. Thanks to Trump, we're going steadfast, just with the cause. We're not doing this crap anymore. But all right, that's it for today. Be sure to like, subscribe, and we'll be seeing you.